7 inmates have died in Connecticut prisons due to COVID-19. Families who have loved ones in jail have protested, asking that they be released for their safety. I'm joined by Mike Lawlor, an associate professor of criminal justice at the Henry C. Lee College of Criminal Justice and Forensic Sciences at the University of New Haven, former legislator as well. Thank you so much for being with us.
Good morning. Thanks.
Yeah, so are prisons unsafe because of the pandemic?
Well, I mean, there's always a safety issue in prisons, and I think prisons in this case, like nursing homes, where you have a bunch of people congregated together, many of whom are very susceptible to this, creates a special kind of contagion problem. And our Connecticut's prisons are no exception. We've seen elsewhere in the country, they've had some very serious outbreaks in the facility and then in the surrounding community because of the people working in there. Coming and going, spreading it into the community. So this is an extraordinary challenge.
Mass testing, you say, is about to be done. It is being done now. Does that mean we are going to expect to see the news of this getting worse before better?
Well, the governor and the commissioner of corrections announced a few weeks ago that they would test every single incarcerated person in Connecticut. They expected that to be done by mid to late June. It's underway. It's already been done in a few facilities. The numbers are quite high where they've done the testing. So I would imagine when all is said and done, something like 30 or 40% of all the inmates will end up testing positive, maybe 20 or 30%, but a very sizable percentage of the 10,500 people currently incarcerated in our state are going to test positive, not to mention the staff. In fact, more staff have tested positive than people who are actually incarcerated in our state.
So in our final moment with you, how do we protect the staff and the inmates, especially the staff are going home to their families?
Yeah, well, for starters, you want to have the population as low as possible so you can spread them out. This is the incarcerated version of social distancing. Secondly, you want to make sure that the correctional officers and the healthcare staff and others have all of the personal protective equipment that they need, the PPE, right? And that's been a real challenge around the nation to have enough of this stuff. But more important than anything else is just this basic social distancing concept. And we've got 2,000 fewer people locked up in our state today than we did when this began on March 1st. And that has helped promote social distancing within the facilities. More of that would be better.
All right, Mike Lawlor, thank you so much for sharing your insights. Certainly some challenges ahead.
Thanks.